Hello and welcome to Desert Springs, the venue for the PGA EuroPro Tour Championship. Now, what a place to look back and review what's been a fantastic 2019 season. Hello, welcome and thank you for joining us. Now, I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by Kit Alexander and John E. Morgan. Now, guys, somebody's got to sit in the sunshine and talk about the PGA EuroPro Tour, so it may as well be us. Now, John, you've been involved with the tour for 8 years now. How have you seen it evolve?
Leaps and bounds. Standard of golf courses we've gone to, and that's no disrespect to the ones that have gone before. It's just the standard has risen with the way that the players are able to play on now, and they're loving it. They're arriving on it because, you know, it's a great stepping stone for them, going on to Challenge Tour, European Tour in the future as well. They need a stiff test. They got it here, especially here at Desert Springs, very tight golf course. So yeah, I think it's just come on leaps and bounds, and the standard, obviously, of play now is through the roof.
Yeah, now, Kit, we've seen this tour plays an integral part for the professional ladder for the golfers, doesn't it?
It's vitally important. It's the third tier, and frankly there are just so many good young golfers turning pro each year. There's not enough room for them at the top table. This gives them a chance to go, play, get competitive reps and work their way up the ladder, and we've seen the success in the past. Guys like Tyrrell Hatton, Jordan Smith, Aaron Ray, all European Tour winners, all starting that journey right here on the EuroPro Tour. And if it wasn't here, these guys wouldn't have anywhere to go. So it's a fantastic, fantastic launching pad.
And it certainly gives us a lot to talk about as well. Now, the tour kicked off at Brockett Hall. That's an estate filled with history.
Are you ready to go?
There was no better venue for the season opener than Brockett Hall. Famed for its appearances in Hollywood blockbusters, it was time for our young golfers to take centre stage.
It'll be the first serious event we've had for over 20 years, and I just hope that the players appreciate it and enjoy it.
Todd Clements, Guy Woodman and Connor O'Neill were the early front runners at this stunning course.
So I'd like to bring your kit into the main hall. This is where the dinner is served. Wow.
Woodman struck first in the final round with this long-range birdie attempt.
Oh, well, there you go. That's exactly what he needed.
And young John Goff showed his class with the wedge.
Oh, well, that was a couple of rolls away from an eagle 3.
However, Todd Clements, in his first EuroPro event, was in the driver's seat.
You know, I'm out here just learning. I've not been in this position for that many times, so started enjoying it, learning and trying to just play my own game.
Andrew Wilson made a late charge for the title.
He's boxed another one.
As did Richard Mansell.
Beautifully done.
But it was Wilson who would still be contesting at the end.
Brilliant, look at that. Nice time to drain a long one, perhaps. Giving it a chance. Oh! Beautiful. This for another birdie to extend his lead. Great tee shot in and beautifully red putt.
Sorry.
Sorry. Clements, however, was too strong, and with his family looking on, he tapped in for his maiden victory.
Now, Kit, that was a pretty impressive victory, wasn't it?
Wonderful stuff from Todd there. One of the great things is that every year you get new names turning pro, new names joining the tour who you knew nothing about previously. Maybe they had a good amateur career and you're just waiting to see what you're going to get. Clements fell exactly into that bracket. Brilliant amateur, and he came onto the scene with an absolute bang. I followed him in the final round. There was one shot on about the 6th or 7th hole. He was tucked upright under a tree, had to hit a low fade about 50 yards left to right, get it running up a slope and into a tucked pin. He knocked it to 12 feet and made the birdie. That was the time when I knew he had something special.
And how much confidence will that give him for the rest of the year?
Massive, Hannah. I mean, I mean, if you win the first one, especially when you don't know really what's ahead of you, the future's not written, you go and win that one, all of a sudden you feel like you're at the top of the tree, which you are, the leader of the pack. I can put my foot down here, gather some more momentum and get a bigger gap between me and the second place. And he didn't quite do that, he's fallen away, but that's because he's gone on to bigger and better things, in the sense of gone to Challenge Tour. He looks like he's secured his card for the next year. He's going to have plenty of confidence now to go on and try and get his European Tour card through qualifying school. Winning the first one on the EuroPro Tour has definitely set him in good steads, and not surprised where he is at the moment.
Thanks, guys. Well, we now move on to event 5, which was at Dudsbury for the first time.
The tour travelled down to the south coast for event 5.
Everyone has been very impressed with the standard of golf we've had, and it's great to see.
I think it's a different pace to football, so it's nice to get out when it's a beautiful day, good company. There's not many better ways to spend a day rather than playing golf.
Good golf course, and it's always a pleasure to come here. I enjoy coming over it. You always have a good day here.
After the fun of the Pro-Am, the main event kicked off, and it was Peng who led the way at the start of round 3.
At the end of the day, I'm just going to play my own game and focus on myself, and if other guys shoot good scores, I shoot good scores. I can only control what I do.
Open silver medalist Alfie Plant was 4 back, but shots like this kept him in the hunt.
Oh, and there we go. Maybe the tide is turning.
Hopefully it's putting a bit of pressure on Marco out there, but yeah, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing and make as many birdies as I can.
He certainly did keep the pressure on with this attempt on the par 3 11th.
Oh.
Quality shot.
Go on it! Oh my goodness, I thought that was in.
Peng's title was looking in jeopardy after going wayward down 15.
Oh, this is left, big kick. Oh no. Oh no.
That is doom in there.
Marco Peng's tournament really hangs in the balance right now.
Well, does Alfie know what's going on behind him? I don't think so, but this is getting very, very interesting now. Oh dear, what a shot. This tournament is blown wide open. Oh no, that is going to be a triple bogey. He's made the gap, that's the first job done. Oh, that is motoring. Oh, he's just, I'll tell you what, he's a little bit lucky there. There's out of bounds lurking at the back and just caught that spectator.
Plant capitalised on that stroke of good fortune and completed the most unlikely of victories.
Well, that was a great event at Dudsbury. What did you make of it as a new venue?
Well, I love going back down to the West Country. John and I are West Country boys, and we always get brilliant crowds down there. It was the first time at Dudsbury, and they came out. We had a wonderful Pro-Am as well. Harry Redknapp played, a few of the Bournemouth footballers. The sun was out.
Look how happy he is for that.
I could drink some proper cider as well. It was a brilliant event all round, and as well as all of that going on, it delivered on the course as well.
Yeah, now let's talk about Alfie Plant then. It must have been great to see him win his first professional title.
I like the kid. He's a good player. I mean, he's got amazing pedigree through the press, winning the silver medal in the Open. I mean, he's different as well, which I like about him. He's his own man, and he got a nice little break on the last hole. He'd be the first one to admit that. Went in the trees on the right-hand side, played this low chaser, and it hit a lady on her backpack, wasn't it? I think she was sat down behind the green and stopped the ball from actually going out of bounds, and done his thing and got the win, and he counted his lucky stars. But it's not a surprise that he actually won. It's just a style he won. He probably would have liked to have shot like 10 under par and won it by 5, but beggars can't be choosers.
As well, John, viewers might not know at home, great ventriloquist as well.
Right, so Dudsbury gets the thumbs up then?
Thumbs up all round.
Yeah, definitely. Love Dudsbury.
We move on to our next event now, which was at McDonald Linden Hall.
The players headed to Northumberland and McDonald Linden Hall for event 7, and it was a tight affair with a host of familiar names at the top of the leaderboard in search of that elusive victory. It was Andrew Wilson, however, who emerged from the pack to post the clubhouse lead.
Andrew Wilson to get to double digits under the card.
Oh, that is huge, Phil. That is huge, my friend. You called it.
The pressure got to the rest of the contenders as they all made costly errors, which gave Wilson his first professional victory.
So to get through Open qualifying and then win in the same week is a massive achievement.
Well, if you'd have told him that was actually going to happen, he would have said you're barking up the wrong tree, mate. But I mean, Wilson has just come out, you know, gone to Open qualifying, got through, come out, won on the EuroPro Tour. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's what dreams are made of. He's had a great performance in the Open as well. On the back of that, making a cut and having a cracking time, he will take that for the rest of the season and on for the rest of his life and just roll with it, I think. And yeah, fair play to him. I mean, I'm jealous. I had a go, I didn't get through. I wish I did, but no, that's what dreams are made of.
Yeah, and Kit, his first ever major. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, magnificent performance. I mean, he'd have been going there hoping to make the cut, but it doesn't always happen like that. Just to put it in perspective, he's tied 32nd. That's the best major finish ever from a player on the EuroPro Tour at that time. And what he can take from that, as John says, the confidence to know you can go into an elite field. These are guys that he'll have grown up watching heroes, the very best, and know he can compete and beat some of them. And he had flashes in there when he was 4-5 under for 9 holes. The belief he can take from that and apply it as his career moves forward, that's something you just can't buy. And as John alluded to, not everyone gets to play in an Open. Whatever happens, he's done that.
After 7 events then, Alfie Plant is in the top spot with just under £19,000. Open qualifier Andrew Wilson is in second, followed by Richard Mansell, Michael Lundberg and Todd Clements. Well, that's it for part 1. Make sure you join us in part 2, where we're going to see how the back end of the season looked. Hello and welcome back to part 2 here at Desert Springs of the PGA EuroPro Tour review show. Now let's rewind back to event 8, which took us to Scotland.
Spey Valley, formerly of the Challenge Tour, was the superb location for the 8th stop on the tour, and it didn't disappoint.
You put ventriloquism. Did you do that as a laugh, or do you actually do it?
This is enough for me. Where to the contours?
Did my mouth move or not?
Alfie Plant was yet again in contention going into round 3, alone with Scotland's Daniel Young and England's Richard Mansell.
And he gets it. In the front door we go.
Just what the doctor ordered. Fairly lofted club in his hand. I think he'll be going pretty much straight at it.
What a shot, Gary. What a shot.
Can Richard Mansell go out in a blaze of glory? He certainly can. Boy, oh boy.
This man's relentless, Gary. Just a flawless round of golf.
Now this little one, for Young to become our champion. Beautifully done. Been a pleasure to watch.
They say there's no place like home. Daniel Young has proved that.
Well, a great event up in Scotland. It must have been nice for Daniel Young to get that win on home turf as well, John.
It was, and you know, Aviemore, what a gorgeous place. Really tough off the tee as well, and you've got to be pretty precise. You don't want to be going in the heather or the gorse bushes that are looking all over that golf course. And obviously, in amongst the wild there, you feel like you're with nature, and he definitely had his local support that was with him, and it was a great win all round. He was ecstatic.
Now, Richard Mansell, Kit, just missed out, but he's had a great season.
Oh, absolutely stellar. He came in this year, he swaggers on the golf course, and he swaggered his way up the order of merit as well. That was one of 3 runners-up finishes. He also had the win at McDonald Portal as well, which had been coming. I mean, back into last season, his rookie year, he was really, really good. He's also had the chance to have a few starts on the Challenge Tour this year, and he's shown that he can compete at that level as well. But I'm expecting really big things. He is a European Tour winner in the making.
So we went from Scotland to Ireland to Tulfaris.
Tulfaris, one of Ireland's hidden gems but also hardest courses, was next up, and the standard of golf befitted the location even in tricky conditions.
With the wind up as it is today, it's a real test of golf.
Adam Chapman set the benchmark at 9 under.
Oh, what a four. What a gutsy performance. Comes back 2 under for a round of 65. Wow-wee.
As the players tried to close the gap, it was the overnight leader Marco Peng who looked most likely to prevail in the Irish countryside.
This from the fringe for par on the 6th. Little right to lefter. Oh, beautiful roll. And that'll do him a world of good making that save.
Plum put up a brave fight in the closing stages.
Plays down the hill, this putt. Down the breeze as well to boot. He hasn't, has he? He has. Wow, what a putt.
But not even this mishap on 17 could stop Peng from that long-awaited win.
Well, that one looks to be drifting right. And that is potentially in a world of pain.
This has been a tremendous performance from Mr. Plum. Perhaps the day of his golfing life.
Plum would have to settle for second as Peng wrapped up an emotional victory.
And here it is. You are a winner, Marco Peng.
Yeah, I just can't believe it, to be honest. Had quite a tough road 2 years ago. Obviously, I had a tough time, and to come now and obviously win and do what I'm doing, it's just, yeah, it makes me quite emotional.
Now, Kit, Marco has been knocking at the door all season, hasn't he?
He's been absolutely phenomenal. Prior to this, I think he had 3 or 4 course records this season, shooting 10 unders, 9 unders, 8 unders. He'd had the lead going into final rounds on numerous occasions as well. Hadn't quite got it over the hill, but he came through at Tulfaris. The relief and the emotion in him afterwards was wonderful to see. And you could just see from how the other players reacted to that victory, how popular it was and how deserving they felt it was.
Yeah. And he's known as one of the longest players on the tour. How much of a valuable attribute is this to the game?
Well, it's massive because, I mean, Marco, it's such a long way. He can take all the trouble out of play. I mean, you know, yeah, the power, the length that he has in his armoury, you know, he's able to putt well as well. You know, I mean, you can't shoot the scores like Kit was just saying. You know, these course records without being the blade, the money putt, you know, going in the hole all the time. And yeah, I mean, when you got someone like that, yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot more of him.
Absolutely, it's a power game these days, and that just delivers where your potential, your ceiling of your potential is. The longer you can hit it, really the further you can go. And like Richard Mansell, like Todd Clements, like Alfie Plant, he's a guy who has got the game that translates to the next level and the level up from that.
Well, this standard is just getting better and better each year, isn't it?
Absolutely, that's the wonderful thing. We are seeing it getting better. Yeah. We're delivering better courses for the players. As a developmental tour, we are here to equip these guys to go on and have successful professional careers. We are doing exactly that. The guys are stepping up and they're going on. They're winning Challenge Tour events, they're winning European Tour events, and they're playing in Ryder Cups as well.
This is how the order of merit looked heading into Desert Springs. Richard Mansell sits at the top with £27,750, followed by close friend Marco Peng in second. Alfie Plant and Todd Clements are only separated by £500, and taking the last Challenge Tour card as it stands is Jonathan Caldwell.
The PGA EuroPro Tour Championships were held at the unique Desert Springs Resort as the top 60 players fought for the 5 Challenge Tour cards on offer.
This is a winter home for us. The greens are in amazing condition, the golf course is looking stunning, so I think it's a good test for these guys.
Now here's Allen at the second. Great roll though, massive putt.
What a way to start.
It's for the birdie on 5. A little bit of right to left movement as he judged it. Oof, only just.
Come on, youngster, let's see what you got. Unbelievable. Go on then. Yeah, oh my God, how's that not gone in?
Look at this one. Delay reaction. Go on.
Left to righter. Bang. Right in the middle.
Ryan the Rhino Campbell set the clubhouse lead, and all that stood in his way were Lundberg and Allen.
Huge putt now. Lundberg needs this for par. Just about 3.5 feet. The nerves will be jangling. Grabs the right edge. Fantastic round of golf.
Now, what a putt. Oh, little bubble there, early doors. Oh, he's tracking. He's got it. We go to a playoff. Can't write this script.
Michael Lundberg, even if he loses this playoff and finishes second alone, that is enough for a spot in the top 5. For James Allen, though, only the win will do.
Oh, come on, James.
Oh. Just off his right-hand side. Pick your line, be positive.
Wow, shiver me timbers. I didn't see that happening.
Win number 2 of the year from Michael Lundberg. And this time it's on the EuroPro Tour's biggest stage.
Well, what a finale that was. We weren't quite expecting that much action, were we?
Not in a million years. I mean, I honestly had James Allen winning it, because when he turned that 9, made that birdie up 9, I honestly thought he's got that 3-shot lead cushion. I know Ollie Clark came back with him, you know, fighting for it, you know, and he gave a few back-to-back bogeys. And then Michael just all of a sudden had the best bit of fortune, and it kickstarted his round. You know, he's gone down 13, hit it down the left-hand side, bouncing down the hard pan stuff. He's about to go into the, you know, the penalty area, and my goodness, it's a buggy, comes flying back out. There he is, sitting pretty, makes birdie, bogey, birdie, birdie. All of a sudden, he's back in the mix, and I was just like, you know, just chuck the paper away. I couldn't believe it.
Now, Kit, we know the 5 promoted players. How do you think they're going to fare in the Challenge Tour next year?
Well, we've had some wonderful players come through this tour over the years, and in the 6 or 7 years I've been doing this, probably 2015 is the class you look back on as those that have gone on to do the most. Jordan Smith, Aaron Ray, Marcus Armitage. I believe these 5 could go on to rival it. Of course, Michael Lundberg, 3-time European Tour winner, he's been there, seen it before. But the 4 young guys I have massive hopes for. Richard Mansell, Alfie Plant, Marco Peng, Todd Clements. I genuinely believe these guys have got the games to go on and win at the European Tour level and even beyond.
Yeah, well, what a week it's been at Desert Springs. You guys enjoyed it?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah?
Mate, the pedigree is just unbelievable, and it just gets better and better. I love this place.
Well, that's it from us here at Desert Springs for the review show. Thanks so much to John and Kit. We're going to leave you now with some of the highlights from 2019.
Never knew that we were